Brian the Was here has been at 20 years old. I'm gonna send you this email to everybody who's been sending these emails about, hey Brian, take a look at this this great magician. He had a glass table and he had everybody around him and he put his hand through the glass table. Come on, give me a break. I mean, everyone behind him, everyone in on the table are his buddy friends, moving that glass over, hide it in a hole that you can't see, and sticking it through a hole. How hard can that be, man? Jesus, man, you see this every day in San Francisco. You don't send me emails on those. Come on, give me a break. And sending me a magic trick of some guy levitating up in the air like 4 or 5 feet. Come on, man, give me a break. If you're gonna do that, don't use some forklift truck lifting you up and taking it back in the editing room. Give me a break. And here's one that gets me. Penn and Teller have this show in Europe where they invite magicians, and if you come up to Penn and Teller and you fool them, you get some trip to, I don't know, some magic island with Siegfried and Roy or something like that, you know. I mean, and then the guy comes up and Penn and Teller, the kid says, give me a deck of cards, Penn, and Penn gives him a deck, but the deck is already set up for the guy. I mean, come on, Penn, you're better than that. You don't have to do stuff like that. Let the guy do his own work, all right? So it really ticks me, it ticks me off about magicians. They spend 300 hours in a room practicing a couple tricks, and then they come out and perform it, and then they start talking to the crowd. Blah, 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 blah. It's good to speak a second language. These guys cannot speak a word. You know, the saying goes, if you can't talk, put it to music. I mean, like Chris Angel, you're doing a good thing. Put it to music. Get a haircut. Get off the steroids. All right, so I came in Vegas and I got in a few poker games with these magicians, and there was one guy here, Joe Thomas, and after about half an hour I realized these guys were feeling the cards here, and it took me half an hour to realize that, hey, these cards are marked. Like, I figured out this one here was that's the 8 of hearts, okay, and there's a mark, like you can see a little glare. It's called punching the card. They put pin marks and you can feel it. Okay, over here, right near the bottom there, this one here, yeah, that's, if I remember that's the Ace of Spades. Okay, over here, I feel that there's a King of Diamonds, and let's see, the glares over here. Oh yeah, this one's an obvious. The 7 of Spades, it's just a little dot, like right over. So, I mean, it's, after a while, it gets pretty darn obvious. All right, it takes, like, it took me maybe, not too long to figure out what cards were marked and what they were. I just have to remember them. The markings. A guy like Brutus, it may take him a year to remember, because this guy, can't remember anything. He's got the heart of a dead caterpillar to actually do it in the game, rather than just talking about it. So I'm going to make a little magic trick out of this, to explain it, and make it a little bit more entertaining. I'm really going to turn my head here and take a couple cards. It doesn't really matter if I know them or not. So, excuse me. We're going to have, like, the King of Spades is probably the easiest card to remember. All right, now the 7 of Spades. Now, if you're worried about getting cheated, take one of the cards, take it on top of the deck, and spin it. It spins like there's no tomorrow. All right, that's not normal for a card. Now, what's happening is, because of the punch marks underneath the card, it's an air current, and it's like a helicopter effect. So you know that card's marked. But I tell you, this card is really marked. This guy, Joe Thomas, he thought he'd get away with murder here. This one mark is the only blue card in the deck. I mean, this guy had a lot of nerve, okay? And I said, Joe, why would you only want to mark a few cards in the deck here and somebody's going to catch you over there? Why don't you just go in there, go where the big bucks are over there, and cold deck the crew and change the entire deck on the guys. And take all the bacon all at once, buddy. That was amazing. His eyes popped out of his head here when he saw me cold deck the group there and win their money. Next thing you know, me and Joe, we went on tour. We went and we beat everybody from Michael Saul, Michael Sabatini, Michael Sankowitz, Michael Madoff, anybody whose name started with M, we scammed them, trust me. Oh wait, yeah, for you magicians, yeah, the red card there you're supposed to remember, right, the King of Spades. So that's Joe Thomas, what he says, Brian, you go for the big bucks. If you can't beat them on the square, you get your buddies and you screw them and screw them and screw them till they're broke.